working out. We're probably the biggest guys
hard.
in here.
We're training hard. We're getting after it. Whoa!
Shit.
Oh my God! Hey!
Woo. It's a little scary when you never used it before.
Look at this sexy piece.
What's up, buddy?
How's it going? Good? Yeah, good. What's up, pup? Baby.
How you doing, man?
Doing good?
Looking strong.
Oh, I like the shirt, though.
Good.
He's got that efficiency down, the 1 rep.
Hey, good job.
The 1 rep, you're on the scoreboard. You're in, right? Like, once you do that 1 rep, you're in there. What do you think of this mammoth? Like, what can we do about this guy?
Wow. Only if he had some good genetics and stuff.
Oh,
right?
Lacking in that department.
So the genetics are pretty bad. There's not much we can do for him.
Yes.
It's the whole offensive line.
He does look a little scrawny. He doesn't fit on anything. We tried to get on some machines. He fit on nothing.
Doesn't make it for monsters.
He had to adjust everything. It wasn't working. It is 1, 2, 3. Make sure you rack it. You don't throw it back over the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of above that, huh?
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Go, Mike. Lightweight. Let's go, Mike.
Here we go. Nice, you got it.
Good work. I'll get more in between,
Okay.
not during it. If this just kind of gets the blood flowing,
Sure.
and I give up no energy during the warm-up, where everybody's fucking fatigued by the time they're done warming up. Come on, Playboy. Up! Get this shit.
Let's go, Mark.
Get it. Boom! Up! Nice. So honestly, that's come in, solid moves.
Yeah.
I don't speed it.
Sure.
Just kind of move it through.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just fucking works for me. I'm always in a deficit, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't afford to waste all that.
yeah, don't waste a lot of it. I loved watching Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee. 1-year-old, he was already starting to kick just because he saw Dad doing it. And, yep.
There you go.
Same thing here.
Pick it up, you know?
Thanks.
Shoulders up.
I'm gonna get a lift on the video.
Yeah.
Get out of the hole.
One. Up.
Here you go, Brian. Here you go. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Whoop.
A bad wheel, you know? Just helps.
Huh? No, this feels good. I mean, this feels good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I always train this way, so it's one of those things. Even 2 weeks out, depleted and stuff, it's still. I feel like still come in and get something.
Yeah, yeah.
At this point, do you count and weigh stuff, or you
Oh,
don't
no.
really?
365. You've known me a long time.
Yeah.
And like your bro would tell you, it's always with me.
Right.
It's always eating. And it's just always one of those things I've got.
But like, it's as simple as when you go on stage, you're just going to eat less, and when you're not going on stage, you eat more.
Well, that's the problem. I'm always on stage now.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you're always
it's
eating
like
less.
I'm always in a deficit. So
Yeah.
I guess pose usually 2 times a month, sometimes 4 times a month.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be, and I don't want to be guest pose like old school guest posers,
Yeah.
heavy set and stuff. Sure. And that's so.
You go up and down in weight though, 20, 30 pound fluctuation.
Yeah,
here
but
and
20s for us is not a lot.
there.
You know, 20 still looks good.
Right.
You start going back to my powerlifting days and going up 50 or 60 pounds, then that's not too appealing in
Yeah, I
shorts.
remember you used to get up to like 280 or so, right?
Always around 285. It's not just us that did martial arts, the boys. Bodybuilding and powerlifting, it was my sisters too. So you got older sisters that are kicking you, straight kicking you at home.
What number? What number are you?
I'm number 9.
Number
I'm the little one.
So, man, you had to fight.
Yeah. You always fight with your older brothers. You always fight, right? You guys know that. But you getting drop kicked by your sisters, you're like, God damn.
Was there weights in the garage or something like that, or what?
The whole downstairs was set up because my dad was a bodybuilder football player. Mom was a martial artist. So we were bred, in a sense.
So there's a lot of sports going on.
Downstairs we had 4 bunk beds that my dad built on the wall, and then it was just all weight room. So it was one of those things where I'm not going to bed till you stop lifting, kind of thing. You know, they would be doing sit-ups or push-ups or squats, and then I would doing it. Come here, stud.
No, I said put your phone in. We're just
It's all right. Come on, baby.
Doing good? Hey, by the way, for those of you keeping score, he's beating my ass. He's a full plate ahead of me. That's okay. I've told you guys this before. When we did the thing, when I was talking shit and all that stuff, I told you that he was super strong. And I'm glad we finally get a chance to actually work out
This
together.
is nice. How crazy. Our schedules are sick and crazy, but it's nice that we still get to see each other at shows like this.
Well, he's so egotistical, it's hard to get a hold of him. He's always working on himself so much that I don't have any time. He's got his tanning, he's got his
I got
training,
my tanning.
his tanning,
My man grooming.
his tanning,
and my tanning again.
and he's looking in the mirror.
And
Hey,
my
I don't
hands.
blame him.
Tanning my hands.
Hey, if I look that way, I'd look in the mirror all day too.
God dang. Love you guys. I'm glad this is happening. We will give you
Look at these
a
pecs.
real kick-ass video, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? And if we don't,
My
that's who
boy
we're
Chris
coming
Griffin
after.
over here.
That's who we're coming after. So that's it. Let's say bye.
I asked him the question basically, you know, was it like your pops that was into lifting, or do you just kind of encourage it because there's kids running around the house doing martial arts and all kinds of other stuff?
You know what? It wasn't, they didn't put us or force us to do anything, which is nice. Because there's 9 kids, one thing we had to do is we had to grow up quick. We had, you know, we had paper routes, we had to start helping out because feeding 9 kids,
Put to
and I was
work
the
early.
smallest one. You know, so everybody is these monsters and feeding, and so they're like, all right, get jobs, you know. We were young, and I just loved it. I followed my brothers. I wanted to be an athlete. I grew up with dyslexia, so I was shoved off of the regular classes pretty quick. I skipped grades because they thought, oh, the kid's so bright and big, and all. And then they pulled me, and then they pushed me, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, people probably always thought you were older than you were, right? Because you're tall and you're big.
I was tall and big, and so
I saw the picture of you in high school. Looked like you were 230, 240.
graduated at 270. 270.
And muscular. We'll insert photo here. I saw the pictures.
Yeah. The picture from the football was my junior year. I was 16. I was. It was during football season. 245 right there. Because I'd go up to 275 to power
Still looked
lift.
like you were like 10 or 12%
Well,
body fat.
I
Or so
won-
you still looked really lean and in good shape.
I won my first bodybuilding show at 14. I won my first powerlifting meet at 14.
What's the driving force? Was it just having fun, or is like mom, dad?
Prove the world wrong.
Yeah.
When you get shoved off like that at such a young age,
Right.
puts a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You're different than everybody else. You're not as gifted or smart or whatever it is, and that just fires you up.
Yeah.
You just become something different.
Right.
So that was the fucking greatest thing. At that age, you go, fuck, I wish I didn't have this. Then you grow up and you go, God damn, I'm so glad I had that.
Right.
I mean,
So
it's
that
amazing
will-
to think that people complain about certain things, but it makes you so much stronger.
Yeah.
And having that, and having those scars from that age, I gotta live the dream.
Yeah. Negativity turns into a lot of fuel. But how did that spark last for so long, though? Because we're talking like this is 30 years later.
It's 40 years later.
This is 40 years later. 40 fucking years. 4 decades later.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'll explain how that is. Let's get another
Yeah,
second
yeah,
on this.
yeah.
Come on. Hi-ya! Come on, dude. Come on.
Right, you're more movement based. Like, oh, I'm gonna work overhead, and I'm gonna work 3 things that help the overhead.
Yeah, accessory. Yeah, it's a different game, but fun. Yeah. I mean, I don't ever just go down on an incline bench, you know.
Like a lot of powerlifters don't necessarily work their chest, even though they are working their chest. They're working their bench, and a lot of them have made a mistake of like getting too far away from muscle building, because muscle building is a huge element of
I think it's a balance, definitely a
of
balance.
having the leverages, you know? Some people get leveraged by just getting fat, and some people get leveraged by gaining that muscle mass, but if you can do both.
You ever test your difference in bone density? You ever tested bone density?
I've done like a DEX scan.
Yeah.
Yep.
To continue to check.
I've done it. I would have to go back and look. At the Arnold, they've started doing it for us every year.
Love it.
There we go. Yep. Let's go, Mike. Lightweight, buddy.
Come on now.
Let's go.
There you go. Keep moving, keep moving.
Got to my captain.
What keeps the spark going? How are you getting up at 3 a.m. to train at 4, and you do like an hour of cardio every day or something? So how does the spark from you being labeled a special kid last for 40 years?
So imagine starting at 9 for a day. Then you come back a second day. Then you come back a third day. And then you get that fight in you. And you start closing the gap with you and your older brothers.
Right.
You know, everything's a competition for me. So, you know, it's beating my one brother and then going on to the next brother, then the next brother.
Leveling up.
And going, okay, that's great. Now, going on to the city. Who can I beat? Then going on to the state.
Right.
And then going on to the world. And so it just built. But doing something from 9 years old on, I have no idea what it's like to stop. I have no idea what it's like to miss a meal.
Right.
It's irritating, I get that. You know, it's like your brother, 20 years ago, everybody's eating pizza and drinking beer and watching UFC at his house.
Right.
I pull out my Tupperware. And, you know, 10 years later, we do it again. And I pull out it's just in me. It's something that I freaking love. I wake up at 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I train by 4 in the morning. And it centers me. It gets me that battle. I love the concept of battling with myself every day.
Yeah.
And it is. It's one of those kind of badass things that you get to do every day.
And there's also no limit on how much you can always get better. Like, can you get better? Can Michael Hearn be in better shape?
Well, here's okay. Now, let's leave the one aspect of it. An ignorant bliss. You'll know these guys, but people won't. And I grew up with them thinking they were average Joes. Doyle Kennedy, Doug Furness, Jeff Magruder. So I was basically the gym mascot in a sense. I'm a little 12,
These are
13.
all-time greats, by the way, in the history
Google
of powerlifting. Yeah.
Google it. Now, I thought normal Joes. I thought they owned a gym, they're strong guys, but everybody's dad could be that good.
Yeah.
So my concept of what you can do is a 900 squat, a 900 deadlift, a 600 bench, a 661, 605, a 242.
Yeah.
But I thought that was everybody. So I'm
That's
thinking,
the way it was.
at a 12-year-old age, I'm thinking these guys are just average Joes. Because when I grew up in the gym, Jeff Magruder owned, Doyle Kennedy came always, and Doug Furness always came to train. Okay? As a 12-year-old, I looked at these guys thinking, this is ignorant of me, but it was an ignorant bliss in the sense of, it was a beautiful thing to assume that this is everybody. Sure. So that mindset was set at such a young age,
Right.
I couldn't change it. So my thought, being a kid, is like, I want to be as strong as you, but I want to look like these other guys that are in the gym. I want to do the both. And you're a kid, so you think anything's possible. 100%. And it never freaking changed. And so when it goes to, well, you're a big guy. I was 275 graduating high school.
Yeah.
You know, I was winning bodybuilding shows at 14, 15, 16, and winning powerlifting meets. And I competed against Bull Stewart as a teenager.
Yeah.
My dad says, no more teenage shows, you're going men's.
You're open,
and I
yeah.
always took second to Bull Stewart. Again, I'm thinking, I got to beat this guy, not knowing that this guy's a Hall of Fame powerlifter. Sure.
Right.
You know, and he looked great. He looked like
Yeah.
a superhero. I'm sitting there going, God dang, 242, and you know, I'm 18, 19 years old going against him, losing. Right. Again, a good thing losing to somebody like that, because it kept that fight alive. So,
who's like your mentor or idol? Like, who's someone that you really,
it was
throughout your life,
combination.
you've always looked up to?
I'll say this, people are going to hate this. Arnold, but not because of physique. Bruce Lee, not because of martial arts. It's what they did as people.
Muhammad Ali, that kind of
Yeah,
thing, right?
but it was more these guys, and what they did was so out of the norm.
Right.
And he used his body to get somewhere, and then he just charmed the hell out of people, Arnold. You know what I mean?
Took
He's
over.
just like, there's such a different level of character. Sure. Do I think he had the greatest physique? I think he had an incredible physique.
Yeah.
Incredible. But it was him as a person who was so much more impressive.
Easy up. Come on. Come on. Let's go.
No.
Yep. Yep. Easy weight, Mark. Easy weight. Good stuff.
Okay, here we go, double country club.
I cannot mess my hair up before the lift.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Here we go.
Let's go, Mike. Get some.
Here we go. Yep.
I got it.
Yep. There we go.
Good.
Nice. 20 reps. There we go. Yep. Nice, Mike.
Good.
Good control.
That's it.
Moving around like nothing. There you go. There you go.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Good work.
Yep. Up. Nice.
Yeah, I normally don't train like that at all, so it's very weird. Just how do you feel? Not really like, I don't know. It's not really right.
It's just
It
different.
doesn't feel
Can't
right.
put your finger on it yet.
Yeah.
But you probably eat, what, an hour or two beforehand?
Not like, not how I normally would feel at this point.
Not as much pump, but maybe more focus.
Yeah.
That's all I was in there.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You usually eat like an hour or two beforehand or something?
About an hour and a half or 2 hours before.
Yeah. Kind of depends on what you're doing, right?
I'm 10 minutes.
Right before you train, yeah.
10 minutes. I wake up at 3, so
Yeah.
you know, I don't got much time
Shovel
to
in
eat.
some oats
Yeah.
and some egg whites or something like that.
Boom, in, out, go.
So you definitely eat before.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also, on my own little science project in the sense to where I'll try different things.
Sure.
So, you know, like what you're doing now with your diet and stuff. So I'll do stuff like, I was here in Vegas 3 weeks ago and I did a 72-hour fast. To still train and still, to see how strong I can be without anything for 3 days. Yeah, but it's for me, that's fun.
Okay.
Because it's like, you know, I got to test against myself now, see what I can do with or without, which goes to the point why I don't wear belts or anything or haven't in 20 years, because I'm more about connective tissue and bone density. Side effect of doing and building that, you get muscular and strong.
Sure.
But it's a
You just want
different
to get
approach
in
that
and
I
get out
can
too,
keep
and you don't
going.
want to like waste time putting a bunch of stuff on either, right?
I don't want to get out.
Yeah.
I want to get in, but I don't want to get out.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Remember those squat seats?
God, remember that? I was more tired putting those things. We're old school, so
How many
I mean,
wedges?
we
How many wedges have we
oh
given
my
each other?
God. The fingernails.
They used to pick me up off the ground.
Oh.
Well, I was so short, so he grabbed the back of my suit. He picked me up like an 8.
Look at that.
He's got really thrown way up there.
Look at that.
So we got a little pre-fatigue going. There we go. Well, that's gonna be good for me to do. Be good for my shoulders. There we go, Mike.
Good stuff.
Woo, we're learning the secrets. Where's that bodybuilding stage at? Here we go, Mike.
Come back up over here. Oh, nice. Hold that, hold that, hold that. Feel that insertion all the way up and out.
Yeah.
Right? Nice, kid. Nice. You see that? You see the angle where he's coming? Come down here, shoot straight down the pipe. Come back to me, back to me, back to me, back to me, back to me. Hold. Down, stretch it.
I'm gonna get really sore from that. I can feel that.
Drop that for a second. Now what's great about having Mark as a friend, look at this, drop those, is when you drive with him, this is the best part about it. You already got the GPS. You got the 15 coming down here into LA, and then he goes 405 down into Sacramento, so it's a good thing.
Hey, be careful. There's a lot of traffic on the 110.
Come off the bench, perfect. Hands up. You go down regular. Go down, stretch it here, beautiful. Now, here, not too far back, right there. So it's still the insertion right into the front. Stretch, right back in, boom. Like that, yep. So that awkward position that we had earlier, trying to put the bench back, what would you say weight-wise? Nice, good stretch, back here, hit me. Nice. Nice. Feel that? Yeah. Like that. Like that. Whoop. Hit it. Hold it up. Hold it. Nice. Love it. Love it. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking.
Fly up
Where you
here.
hold it.
Here,
Oh, right.
and then come back down. So not on the bench adds a whole different element to the whole thing. I haven't done that for years because, like I said, I haven't done a crucifix hold in Strongman now.
Come up to you and say they lost 60 pounds or some shit like that. You're like, oh my God, it's some video you barely remember. But it connected with that one person. That's why it's really different. Like it's different for you. But
Mentally, I feel the best I've ever felt. You know, just focusing on getting healthy, man. Feeling great, going to play with my kids, run, I do yoga 4 or 5 times a week. You know, meditate every day. Just be fucking healthy, man.
right.
Healthy up here, healthy here, you know.
Which 10 years ago, someone said yoga, you were like, probably, right?
Well,
A little bit.
I didn't understand what the benefit was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now I see even the benefit for bodybuilders. You know, it's not about mobility, man. It's about stability. You know, getting, like Mike talks about, getting strong in those places where you're weak. That's what yoga does, man. Like, when do you ever go in a fucking weird position and stay there?
Well, and also when you have an opportunity to practice a lot of like self-awareness and to get in
Connection
your own
with your
head.
body, yeah.
And yeah, mind-muscle connection. You can't do it with 150 pounds. I'm not.
We've seen this. Guys constantly stay with one position on squats. Holy shit, if that's all you're doing, that one squat this way for 20, 30 years, dude, you're mechanically changing. Be everything.
Stuff.